Hi guys, Dawn here, and I'm about ready to go to bed, but I just had to stop in and thank you guys for today. I felt like I was literally on the ledge getting ready to jump, and you guys saved me totally just by being there and the wonderful comments, all the I was preparing myself for the Carnivore Police to come. I was bracing myself. I thought, oh, why do I do these things? This is just going to upset somebody. Somebody's going to come and tell me what an idiot I am. But it was not like that at all. Everybody is wonderful in the carnivore community. Like I said, there's maybe a few that are a little overzealous, but for the most part, everybody is in the same position I am in, as far as they're not doing this as a competition. It's not to see who can be the best carnivore. This isn't some kind of game. This is our life. And we're all just trying to be the best us that we can be, to be the healthiest we could be. And that's different for everybody. Some people have to go very strict carnivore in order to heal what ails them, because some people have a lot of issues. Some people just need to do it, to a certain degree, like ketovores, I guess you would call them. They can get away with eating a few things. It's not to say that's beneficial, that it's okay to eat fruits and vegetables and honey, but there are people that do it and they're thriving and they're doing wonderful. There's other people that if they were to do the same thing, it would just make them sick. It wouldn't benefit them at all. So you have to decide for yourself. You have to find out what works for you. And I'm finding out that what I've done so far is worked beautifully. I'm losing weight. I've healed all the ailments I've needed to heal. I'm wearing my granny jammies in here. Look how big these things are. I got them tucked in behind me so they don't look so big, but they're annoying me just looking in the camera. I was like, oh my God. Anyway, but yeah, so I've lost the weight, or some of the weight. I still have a lot more to go. Oh my God, this is terrible, but they're comfortable. So, and normally nobody sees them, so I don't normally care. But when I decided to make this video, it was spur of the moment. And I thought, I'm not going to put my clothes back on. I'm ready for bed. So, but anyway, like I was saying, all carnivores are different. We're all kind of following, a little bit different path. For the most part, it's the main objective is to eat 70% or more of your calories in meat. But after that, it's up to you what you want to eat. As long as you don't eat processed carbs and sugar, if you can avoid those things, you'll be good. But if you want to incorporate, some vegetables or fruit or honey, and it's not affecting you, then I say go for it. But I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not highly educated. So I could be completely wrong. This is just my opinion. And it's just my opinion today. It could change tomorrow because that's the way I am. But right now, what I'm thinking is, as long as you are following, the carnivore diet to the point where you're feeling good and you're losing weight if you need to, because not everybody does. Not everybody that's on the carnivore diet is overweight. But if you're doing it for those reasons, then yeah, you have to follow certain guidelines in order to lose the weight. Once I achieve that, once I get to my goal weight, and I want to, at that point, eat some vegetables, cauliflower, broccoli, whatever, I will. And if it doesn't cause me any problems, then great. I don't have any issues with it. But if I find by eating those some of my issues come back, then you better believe I will quit eating them. But I just don't foresee myself existing on just beef, butter, and eggs for the rest of my life. There, I said it. I just don't. And I know some people, that's their goal, and they're going to do that, and that's wonderful. But the whole idea of getting healthy and being healthy is to live my best life, and that is would not be my best life, just existing on that, because like I've said, I enjoy food. I think it's a beautiful part of our lives, and I think it was created for that reason. I don't agree with the processed foods and all that, but there's all kinds of wonderful things to eat, and I want to enjoy them. It makes my life more pleasurable. At any time, if I start consuming certain foods, like I said, at any time I start putting on weight or I start feeling bad, that will be the first thing I do, is to stop whatever it is. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna introduce those foods back in slowly, one thing at a time. Like I might try broccoli, and if that's fine, then I'll add some cauliflower, just like that. So I think my goal personally is to be a ketovore. I will eat pretty much, meat will be the main staple of my diet, but I will also eat fruits and vegetables. You know what? I miss mangoes and watermelons and bananas. I do. I miss those. I don't want to, stuff my face with them, but occasionally I would like to have a banana. I would like to have a mango. They're beautiful. I really do miss those things. So what I'm saying is I really appreciate the carnivore diet for the healing that I've done, and I'm going to continue that. It will be my main diet, will be the carnivore diet, but as I progress and I lose all the weight, I will consider adding in other foods, and I guess that would make me a ketovore at that point, and I'm fine with that. If I lose my carnivore member card, so be it. But I do like being part of the community. As far as I love the people in this community, there are no real judgmental people. Like I said, there's going to be a few carnivore cops out there, and they're just overzealous people that mean well. But for the most part, I don't feel like people are judging me. They're like, oh, she's not a good carnivore. She eats fruit. I feel like everybody that I've talked to in the comments, they've all been open about what they eat. And I haven't run into anybody that's really that strict yet. They're all doing their own thing, but everybody seems to be doing well. Everybody that I've heard from, they're losing weight, they're healing, and they're fine. So I think I put these restrictions on myself. Nobody else did this. Nobody made me make things so restrictive. Like I was the one that chose to give up the bacon. Remember, I thought I was eating too much, and I thought I would give it up. And the same with drinking 2 cups of coffee a day, because I was concerned about the heavy cream in it. And once I did that, that's when I started getting depressed, and when I started feeling it was too restrictive. But I did that. Nobody told me to do that. That was my own doing. I thought that would be beneficial. I would, do even better. And it was just the opposite. I took away the only good parts of this diet for me because, I did like the steak and the meats and stuff, but I was just getting burnt out on that. And I still enjoyed the bacon, and I still enjoyed the coffee with the creamer, but yet those were the things I decided not to do. And so today I realized that after you guys were leaving all these comments, I thought I literally took away the only good things in this diet. And now I'm wondering why I want to quit. Well, not quit, but you know what I mean. I was at the point where it's just like, I feel like I need something. That's what I needed. And once today I had my plate of bacon, it was like, it like released the endorphins I was talking about. It was like, that's what I needed, and I had a second cup of coffee, and I'll tell you, I felt great. I felt wonderful. That and reading your comments, because it just really boosted my spirit. Just reading that, it's like, you guys are so kind and so generous. And like I said, not one of you laid down any judgment. Everybody was just like, telling me what they're doing and offered some, advice and things that I might want to consider. And it was all wonderful. If you get a chance, read the comments and you'll see what I mean. Everybody carnivores are just a different breed of people. You guys are just amazing. And I don't ever want to leave this group. And if that means I have to eat meat for the rest of my life, I'll do it. But I'm also going to eat a few other things eventually, not right now, but I'm going to get through the holidays now. I'm going to have my bacon. I'm going to be drinking 2 cups of coffee a day. Okay, now hear me out on this. I was worried about drinking the coffee because I use so much heavy whipping cream. And so it does have carbs in it, but it also has a lot of calories. And I use a lot. I'm going to be honest. I don't just put in a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons. I use a lot. And so I imagine I get a lot of calories in my creamer. And I was thinking of switching to almond milk or almond creamer. I know, it's not carnivore. I know that. And I know it's also high in oxalates, but still, there's a guideline of how many oxalates, a human can handle. And as long as I stay under that number, I should be good. And also, because that's the only thing I'm going to have that has oxalates, right? Also, if it can cause inflammation. And I will see. I will use it. And if I notice that it does cause inflammation, you better believe it'll be gone. But if it doesn't, I will be saving myself hundreds of calories a day by using that instead of heavy creamer. Am I going to lose my carnivore card? Do you think I'll get, is this going to be an issue with you guys? Am I going to be a dirty carnivore? I want to be honest. I could just do it on the down low and just not admit to it, but I want you guys to know where I'm at. I'm considering it because I've done it before and I liked it. I didn't have any problems with it. As a matter of fact, that's what I was doing before I became carnivore and switched to the heavy cream. And I realized, man, I use a lot of cream because when I was just using almond milk, I didn't have to worry about it because there was hardly any calories in it and there, no carbs or 1 carb. So I could mix, a third of a cup of almond milk with my coffee, but a third of a cup of heavy whipping cream. Yeah. You see what I mean? So what do you think? Which one would you do? And don't tell me to cut down on the whip. That's not happening. I already cut out the sweetened creamers. They are the unsweetened creamers, the sugar-free ones. I cut those out. I'm not cutting out cream in my coffee. When I do that, when I get to that point, then I'm cutting out coffee because I wouldn't drink it. But I've used butter in my coffee with the heavy cream. I didn't have to use as much cream, but I'm using butter, so it's like, you know what I mean? Same amount of calories. But if I could just use butter, I can't. I just can't. I'm just being honest with you guys. But anyway, I just wanted to come in and thank you guys for being just absolutely amazingly wonderful and kind. And you don't know how much you're helping me. Like I said, I think I would have already jumped off the wagon a long time ago if it wasn't for you guys, for, the people that stop and take the time to leave me comments and advice. I truly appreciate that, and I feel connected to you guys, and I want to be there for you as well. That's why I've shared this story in hopes that it's helping some of you that are in the same position as I am. So thank you so much. And I wanted to do a Vlogmas, but my heart wasn't in it today. I'll do one tomorrow. I just mainly wanted to talk about where I'm at in this. And, if you've been following me, I'm a roller coaster. I can be flying high one day and everything's great. And then the next day I'm just on the floor. But I'm just grateful that I have people like you that can pick me back up. So I hope I don't wear it out because I do appreciate it. So I'm going to let you guys go. I do got to get to sleep, but I wanted to share some footage of the full moon we had the other night. It was incredible. I couldn't believe it. And I'm not driving. My husband is. So I'm filming while we're driving. And it was, you got to see this. It looked like it was huge, even on camera, because you know how when you try to take a picture of the moon when it's out and it just looks like a pin dot on your camera. No, you could see how big it was. It was absolutely amazing. So, and maybe that had something to do with the way I've been feeling lately. Full moon, crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. I do gotta go to sleep, and I will see you in the next video. Love you guys. Thank you for everything.